What's going on, everybody? It's your boy MOOD to the Z, represent PGBC, baby. Yeah, I'm back in the house for another unboxing. From Hamilton Book. Now, for the people that know Hamilton Book, you know that they always have sales. They always have like really good prices on pretty good, deals on Screen Factories and other niche companies out there and stuff. So, but the problem is with Hamilton Book is that they don't ship to Canada. Now, I always see these sales and I'm always like, fuck, I need to do one of those. Got to get one of my boys down in the US to help me out. And that's what I did with this order right here. Now, I sent my homeboy Derek, a huge list. I think it was 23 movies. And I said, hey, man, can you make me in this order? I'll send you the money and I'll pay for the shipping up here and stuff. And he's like, totally, man. So then I said, yo, pick out a few movies yourself. Give me the total and I'll send the money off. So that went down like that. He sent me the total. A few days later, the box arrived at his house, minus a couple movies because they were on back order and stuff, but whatever, that's a different story. So that's all good and dandy. Now, it was cool because Hamilton Book, to his place was free shipping. And of course, now I've got to pay the shipping because I don't want him to, have to, eat that cost, kind of thing. So, but unfortunately, the shipping up here was insane. It was like 40 something dollars American, which cost me like a shitload Canadian. And then I fucked up. This is not on you, Derek. I fucked up. I should have told him not to put any total of, the worth of the products in here over $100 because then custom's going to get a hold of that and I got to pay a custom fee. So then that happened and I had to pay like another $30. So this was like a long process. It went from a really good damn deal to paying a few dollars extra for each item. So without further ado, I just tell that story. But yeah, for all those Canadian collectors out there, this is the lifestyle that we have to live and it sucks. But yeah, big ass box from Hamilton Book. I don't want to show the addresses there because it's got mine and Derek's on there. I did pre-cut it. I have not opened this up yet. I just did it right now. It's like 10 o'clock at night. I just got finished watching both the Thursday night football games. And I was like, well, I might as well do this because I'm sitting on this package. Busy as hell today. And yeah, so I felt like doing this instead. I was going to open it up earlier, but then I got busy and I was like, you know what? I want to do this unboxing for a separate video because I don't want to have to put all these movies into my update that I'm going to record in a couple days. It's actually sitting right here, right beside me. It's all ready to go. I'm going to record it in the morning, so it'll be up in a couple days. And then I'll get to the DC update also, peeps. So be on the lookout for that. And so without further ado, let's get into this pack. I actually can't remember what I even ordered because it wasn't even that long ago. It was only a couple weeks ago, but yeah, let's get right into this. First up here, oh yeah, this is actually an upgrade for me because I absolutely love this movie. And I think it's a great love letter to Fulci. We are still here. I'm going to apologize for any glare because these are all still in the wrappers and it's going to get glary. But we are still here. I absolutely love this movie. It was one of my favorites of 2015 when it came out, I believe so. But yeah, really great stuff, man. It's got that Fulci gore, that Fulci atmosphere. Yeah, great love letter to Italian cinema and my favorite director of all time, Lucio Fulci. So awesome. We are still here. You know what? I think I'm going to just put these over here for now because my poker table is full of shit. Like so much media and stuff on here. It's ridiculous. From Screen Factory, What's the Matter with Helen? Starring the awesome Shelley Winters. This is just an upgrade from the 4-pack that they released a long time ago. But I love this movie. And it was only like a couple bucks. That's the thing, man. They have like these ridiculous deals on Screen Factory. So if you live in the States, man, you can get these things for like, I think this was like $3 or $4. Crazy, man. Absolutely insane. So I just never picked this one up. So why not upgrade it? But What's the Matter with Helen? Great film. Really great film. Another one from Screen Factory on the IFC line. The Devil's Dolls. I think I heard pretty good things about this one. I haven't seen this one. I don't buy all the IFC films. I usually just buy the ones that I actually really dig. I know Screen Factory for a while, they were releasing a lot of IFC films that were kind of subpar. But the last couple of years, they've released a lot of really great ones. I'm not sure if this is actually one of them. I did hear, like I said, decent things about this one, so I could be wrong. But yeah, The Devil's Dolls. This one was really cheap. It was like $2 or something. Some crazy shit. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about this. I never owned this. And I think, I'm not sure if it made my top, it was like in my top 12 or 15 or something of the year. But yeah, The Invitation from Draft House. this was a really good deal. It was like $7 or $8 for this, but this is a fantastic film. I think it just missed my top 10 a couple years back in 2015, 16. I think the same year as We Were Still Here. So this is a really fantastic film. If you've never seen this, definitely check it out. It's cool, man. This it actually comes in like a fat case, which is interesting for Draft House because they usually don't have these type of cases. So that's very interesting. But yeah, The Invitation, great stuff. Next up here, oh yeah, that's right. Another upgrade from the 4-pack that's, I think, Shout Factory release. Yeah, I think that was, yeah. Exterminator 2, yes, the sequel to Exterminator. Not as good as The Exterminator, which is actually, I've mentioned this lots of times in my videos before, but The Exterminator is probably one of my most watched Blu-rays in my entire collection. Snaps did a fantastic job with that Blu-ray release. Transfer is amazing. The film is exploitation gold, man. I just absolutely love those type of revenge films. But Exterminator 2 is a little bit cheesier, but it's fun. It's really, really fun. And this one up here, I don't know what it is. Ever since Exterminator 2 got released up in Canada, it's always been over $30. Like, surprisingly, the Scream Factories that are being released right now are actually cheaper than they are on Amazon.com, which is very strange for Canada. But this is one of those titles that had never gone down in price. I don't know why. It's just kind of random like that, but glad to have it for a couple bucks. So I enjoy it. Oh yeah, this one right here, I knew nothing about. Again, it was, from, I think this isn't even an IFC release. It's just like a modern release from Scream Factory. And it's called The Lesson. I don't know anything about this one. Again, I saw it with Scream Factory and I was like, you know what, I might as well check it out for $2 or $3, whatever it was. It was super dirt cheap, but I did think it was an IFC release, but I guess it isn't. So if you've seen The Lesson, let me know. I don't know. It doesn't actually look that great, so who knows? Who knows until you try it out, right? Next up here, oh yeah, Upgrade. Nice. I absolutely love this movie, man. This is like an amazing film. Yeah, A Bullet for the General. Klaus Kinski, music by Moni Morricone. Fantastic spaghetti western. Absolutely love this. Finally, I mean, since I grabbed this, I bet you Blue Underground comes out with a 3-disc edition of it because that's just what they do now. They just release all their old movies into 3-disc, fantastic lenticular editions, and then you have to spend a fucking kidney on them, But this is one I'm fine with this release. So Bullet for the General, awesome. Oh yeah, one for Shout Factory. Here's some good old Chuck Norris, Missing in Action. Man, look at that glare. But yeah, I love Missing in Action, man. It's fun shit. Missing in Action, actually, this was actually filmed as part 2, released as the first film. Very odd, but classic Chuck Norris stuff. Yeah, this is one I actually wasn't going to grab at first because I've seen this. I watched it, I think it was last year when it came out, from IFC, and that is The Axe Murders of Villisca. Based on the true story, I think the murders happened in the 1912. A bunch of people were brutally axed up in this place, and actually the house now, Villisca, and it's actually like a museum now. You can go there and do a tour and shit like that, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, but the movie itself, I remember watching it super late on the interwebs. So I was prepping for the year end and shit like that, so trying to watch everything I could. But it's definitely worth the rewatch for sure. I remember not being great. I remember the effects being pretty bad in it. But I'll give it another shot, so whatever. For a couple bucks, why not? Now this one I'm so happy to have because this particular movie was actually released as a bonus film on The Town That Dreaded Sundown. The Town That Dreaded Sundown as a standard def feature. Now, at the time, everyone was like, why the fuck didn't that movie get its own release? And then I'm pretty sure Scream Factory even mentioned that they weren't going to release this movie in a standard form. And then all of a sudden it got announced and it came out a couple years back. And that is The Evictors. Great film with Jessica Harper, of course, from Suspiria fame. Yeah, this is a really underrated movie, to be honest. And again, this was another title. The reason why I didn't have this, like Exterminator 2, is simply because it was mad expensive up here. And then all of a sudden it wasn't on Prime anymore. And it was going for like $35, $40. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, that's insane. It's the odd Scream Factory title that just goes for ridiculous money. So, but I'm very glad to have a standalone edition of The Evictors because I love that artwork too. It was almost like a kick in the face to see this little artwork as a bonus feature on The Town That Dreaded Sundown. I don't know. I didn't really care for that and being in standard def. Come on, a movie like this needs a better release than that. Give me a fucking break. So. But yeah, the Evictors. Yeah, another upgrade here from this is a movie that was released on one of the famous 4-packs that came out from Scream Factory years ago. And I'm pretty sure even those movies, they even said at the time they weren't going to release on standard Blu-rays or whatever. And that's Contamination Point 7, Contamination 7, also known as Creepers, The Crawlers, and Troll 3. That's right. I actually always remember this being kind of dubbed as Troll 3 back in the day, which is so ridiculous because it literally has nothing to do with Troll. Creepers actually makes a lot of sense, I guess. Contamination 7 does too. It's a fun, cheesy ass film, man, with like killer vines and shit. It's awesome. What do we got going on here? Oh, fuck yeah. Dude, so happy to have this because this one has always been really expensive and never had it. I didn't even buy the DVD version of this. And this is actually one of the only. I'm missing like just like a handful of Blue Underground releases of all time. And this was actually one of them. And that's Get Mean. Spaghetti Western with Tony Anthony. I've heard this one isn't the greatest. I think this is like part of a trilogy. I don't know, man. I guess I'm just looking like the moron right now. I can't remember. I have to do my research on it, but I'm pretty sure this is part of a trilogy. And I think it might be dubbed as like the weakest one. But lo and behold, it's a spaghetti Western I didn't own and I love these. So, but Get Mean. Yeah, here's another one. Oh, I thought this was an IFC film. This is not an IFC? What? Shit. I don't know anything about this one. I believe this came out, I want to say, what the fuck? I don't know. I think this came out early, maybe late last year. I don't know. But The Binding, don't know a thing about it. Again, released by Scream Factory, and again, just like super dirt ass cheap. I mean, most of the films that I was finding when I was going through Hamilton Book was Scream Factory. Shit is crazy. I wasn't specifically looking at that. Actually, one of the biggest reasons why I made this order was for the initiation because it was so cheap. And then I end up with all these other movies. I can't even remember the other ones that didn't ship, but anyways, I'm blabbling on. I digress. But The Binding, yeah, I'll check that one out. I haven't seen it, so obviously. Oh yeah, Mill Creek, double Western feature of Fort Yuma Gold and Damned Hot Day of Fire. Yeah, look at that shit right there. That is fucking amazing. These are spaghetti westerns again, and that was the main reason why I grabbed these because when I come across spaghetti westerns, I gotta grab them because I love them. So, I don't know if these are any good. If anyone's actually seen these, let a brother know. Fort Yuma Gold and Damned Hot Day of Fire. Damned Hot Day of Fire. I'm liking that shit, man. That sounds awesome. Music composed by Piero Piccone. The Big Lebowski did the music for The Big Lebowski. Big Lebowski is one of my favorite all-time non-horror films, as probably most people do know. Actually, quick little factoid about me. That's the movie I own the most editions of for a non-horror film. Big Lebowski. I think I have like 8 or 10 or something like that. Featuring Moni Morricone did the music for Fort Yuma Gold. Fuck, so this is awesome. That's looking pretty damn cool. Yeah, shit, yeah. From Camp Motion Pictures, one of my favorite indie companies, always releasing some low-budget trash. But sometimes they actually release some pretty damn good stuff. But Call Girl of Cthulhu. I swear that this movie had a different cover. Derek, let me know. I think you have this and it has different artwork. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping balls. Maybe it's on the reverse. I don't know. I'm actually really curious right now. I just want to see if this thing has reversible cover art. Reversible artwork. It doesn't. But it is a DVD Blu-ray combo, which tells you right on the front, so I did not even have to open that up. Okay, Call Girl of Cthulhu. Maybe I'm tripping. I swear that had different covers before. I don't know. What's next? Oh, yeah. This movie is so fucking bad. It is absolutely atrocious, but so funny. This is one of the greatest movies to throw on with a group of people with lots of beer, lots of drugs, lots of whatever the fuck is going to make you have a good time, more of a good time. Actually, this is part of the mix. This will make you have a good time regardless, but that is Birdemic. Wow, that white is not really showing up right there. Whoa, look at that, man. That is really hard to see. That's crazy. I got some really nasty light. there. That's why usually why I wear glasses. People ask me all the time why you wear glasses because I got sensitive eyes. It's actually conditioned, so I wear glasses a lot. I'm always squinting. But yeah, I've got this really light, really bright fucking light up here. But yeah, Birdemic, Shock and Terror, Who Will Survive? This movie is fucking terrible. The effects are probably the funniest shit I've ever seen. And as far as I know, they weren't trying to be like insanely bad with filmmaking, but they just came out like that. I don't know, which makes it even funnier. But yeah, man. The Ghost and Mr. Chicken. Fuck yeah, dude. John Stalley. I've actually never seen this movie. I've always known about this film, but I've never actually seen this shit. Fucking Don Knotts. Yeah, man, what year did this shit come out? This is like from the fucking 50s, I think. I don't remember. But yeah, Ghost and Mr. Chicken. Always want to check it out. It's not like a comedy, horror comedy type deal. Oh, then we got Losing It from 1983, courtesy of Kino Classics. I was surprised to see us in here because I think this actually just got released. And it was dirt cheap, like under like $6 or $7. And I was like, that's crazy, man, for a brand new Kino. Yeah, I haven't seen this movie in years. I remember really digging it though. But yeah, I love that. It's like just typical early 80s artwork right there. It's amazing. I love that. What do we got here? Next up, oh, IFC. Yeah, this is one I marked off the list. I watched this a couple years ago and actually really enjoyed the shit out of this, man. It's by Mickey Keaton, who's actually he did Darling and a couple other really great films. This guy's, honestly, man, one of the most kind of unknown but very prolific indie directors right now. Who's done 3 or 4 really great films, in my opinion. And not many people are really talking about him, but Carnage Park, man, this was one I actually really enjoyed. It kind of reminded me a little bit of like Rob Zombie's House of a Thousand Corpses mixed with something else. I can't remember, but I really remember digging the shit out of this, man. Ashley Bell and Pat Healy. Yeah, Pat Healy's fucking awesome in this. But yeah, Alan Rick's in this movie too. Fuck. I guess you can read the top there. Yeah, good shit, man. Carnage Park. Still has a slip too. And last, is that everything? I believe so. And we got House on Willow Street, which is another one I've seen IFC release that I didn't mind. I wasn't like blown away by House on Willow Street, but I do want to rewatch it. So, you know, for a couple bucks, I was like, why the fuck not, right? Who's not going to check it out for a couple bucks? But yeah, that's just really strange. Like, I was not trying to go out of my way to buy Scream Factories and shit. It's just there was so many in there. And, you know, for the ones that I needed or wanted, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so that is the haul. That is the haul. That's pretty good, man. I think that was like 20 movies or something. But yeah, so I'm glad that I did this video separately because I didn't want to have to put this into the next update. Actually, my next update is very odd because it is just odd. I'll just say that. It's very strange. It usually doesn't happen like this. Just put it that way. So, but again, thank you, Derek, for you know, helping out a Canadian brother because, you know, everyone hates us and no one wants to ship to us. But yeah, man, I'll leave a link down to Derek's channel. So make sure you go and give him a sub. And yeah, guys, I will check you back in the next video. Thank you for checking this out. Leave your thoughts down below if you've seen any of these films or whatnot, whatever else you want to comment. Yeah, so I'll be back with my DVD Blu-ray update in a couple days. And also the DC update is sitting right there where it was before, to be honest. It's just bigger now. I've gotten a few more. So yeah, it's like huge. But anyways, guys, I'll check you guys later. And as usual, deuces.